Good day to everybody, and it's so nice to have a interview today with a very, very, very special person, Lunathi Joubert. And look, he's actually physically here. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's so cool.
He's physically with us, me, yeah. So we don't have to do a Zoom call. We tried this before, but it turned out a little bit different, but the timing was also not right. Lunathi, I know from Cape Town long ago. How many years ago was that?
7 years now.
Yeah, you serious?
Mhm.
7 years ago, we went to Cape Town with the kids and we met Marcus. What's Marcus's surname?
Marcos Parker.
Yeah. And they have a ministry where they really look after, the less privileged. And then we met Lunathi. I'm going to let him talk now. But then I met Lunathi. We were sitting at a dinner table, and this was if only we had a picture. We should actually have a picture of you before and after. And I will never forget how he stirred my heart and he said to me, "This is the most amazing thing to actually sit here today." So, yeah, so Lunati, share a little bit in compressed version about yourself. Where you come from exactly. Like I didn't even say it. Yeah, I said Cape Town. So share a little bit for your personal, how old you are, where you live, and where this journey started, and why we're interviewing you today. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Lunathi. Like Ronnie said, I'm originally from South Africa, from a small village called Engcobo. It's in the eastern part of South Africa, and and I met this beautiful lady, wonderful mother that became a mother to me over the last 7 years, and and it's been a wonderful journey so far. Mhm.
So what happened? Like, share a little bit. Like, we don't want it to go, and everybody's got a story,
Yeah.
but your story is you come from a township where there's not much possibilities, and just share a little bit about, especially for people out there, that think they don't have. What was it like for you? Like, what was not having for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I mean, to be here, to even be right here in Europe right now, is such a miracle for me. And I think a lot of people, they always think that I'm exaggerating when I'm telling them about my story and how everything has became like how I became who I am today, and the miracles that God has shown me is beyond comprehend. I mean, I'm here right now. It's because of the glory, like because of God's goodness. Growing up, I didn't have much. We grew up in a small village. Actually, my family was one of the poorest in the community. They never, even the village, they never thought that somebody could ever like get out of the village
Wow.
and be something or be someone. But yeah, through God, everything is possible.
But how did you get to move like in those circumstances? Like you just said, I like what you just said. Nobody actually thought. So you're in a mindset of people that just don't have a vision for anything changing. How come? What made you move out of there? I mean, how old were you and why did you move out of there?
Well, I think one of the biggest things was, of course, knowing Christ, and through Marco, and through a team that came into my home village. Yeah,
Okay.
it was through a team that came to my home village, and and they were doing mission work in that time, and this one man, he just believed in me and he just saw me and he saw something of God in me, and and he believed in me over the time, and then he took me out and put me in a school that was called Disciple Training School, where
Okay,
I
yeah.
got to know my identity more and got to know who I am and who God is. And also, just because for me, everything about God was quite clear that God exists, God was real to me, but I didn't really have the knowledge behind it. So getting to that school and getting to learn more about God and learning to more about the person of Jesus and everything
Wow.
was one of the first step to transformation. And of course, the people that God brought into my life, which
Yeah.
the family came in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and many other people. It's been an amazing journey so far. And
So then you go to school, a lot of people go to school. So it doesn't mean what happens to them happens to you, but your purpose was it started stirring in you to change the world for the people in your village. So what vision did you get in your heart? What passion arose while you were finding out about the possibilities that there is no impossible? What happened with you? Why did you decide I have to there's an action behind this. My passion drives me. What was your vision? What happened there?
Over a long time, I mean, as a young man, I always dream of like to just be in the system and have a nice job, have a nice life, because I mean, I also grew up with nothing. So for me, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make something about myself. I'm gonna work and get rich or whatsoever. But God had something different plan. So God spoke to me one time. I was really in the time, just spending time with Him, and He just spoke to me so clearly about that where He has brought me from. It's where you want to send me.
Yeah.
With the experience that I have as a young man and growing up in a small village, growing up in poverty, without nothing, and having other kids that are growing up in the same circumstances. So God gave me a vision to go back into my home village and create a safe place for the children that grow up like me, grow up without privileges, and to make a space for them so that they can be somebody someday.
Yeah, then you go from little Lunathi, who has nothing, you're just doing, and you also do, I just want to tell the people that DTS school, Lunathi still teaches there, trains there. It's all on, what do you call it? On free, what do you call it? A charity basis.
Yeah, Youth with the Mission, that's the name of the organization.
And then he works there for the last how many years have you actually been training there? Because you were in school there and then you trained there for how long?
8 years now.
8 years. Okay. So you were there okay, yeah, you were there before I met you. Okay. So what's amazing, you've been working and giving from yourself so much. You're so unselfish, pouring into these people, and then you started taking groups and the opportunity. Like I remember in this, like the 7 years I've known you, twice Christ came to you in a dream. And the times when you thought, I need this, I need a car, I need whatever. What did Jesus say to you? What, you have it all, didn't he? He says, you can go, Lunathi, you can go and do the village now, you have it all.
Yeah.
How did, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people struggle with that. You had a physical manifestation of God telling you, you are ready, it's all there. Yet in the material world, you didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So many of us don't have that physical manifestation of God saying, hey, you have it all. But did it make you feel, I've got it all? Or did you still struggle?
I still struggle, but I think God always shows up. God always shows Himself and show when He actually tells you that you have it all and you believe in your heart.
Yes.
Then you walk in miracles. Things are gonna happen. Things start to show up, and doors start to open up. I mean, sometimes I would struggle in the last moment, and God comes through with everything that I need. And I think coming from a poverty mindset and to becoming into a kingdom mindset has been such a like enriching lesson for me.
Yes. And I think when you're doing something that your heart is passionate about, and the word it says, I will put seeds in the hands of the sower. So all you have to have is a giving heart. You don't have to wonder where the provision is going to come from, because you actually have the provision within you anyway. So it's a partnership with God, and it's a growth. We know we all, if you don't see the material side of it, to stay in the frequency of joy and love and peace. But it's not that easy every day, because you're dealing with challenges, and who's the biggest challenge? Ourselves, isn't it? We are the biggest challenge. So what actually, so this dream was born, and I must say, now you've since then reached, people have gone there, you've got sleeping place for people.
Yeah.
So what type of teams go out there, and what is your dream? What is your bigger vision of what are you building there, and how far are you in all of this?
So we're building an organization, like a non-profit organization, for kids. Again, for kids who come from non-privileged homes. Some of the kids, they don't really have parents. They are raised by their grandmas, and yeah, so we want to provide a safe place for them and support education. We want to strengthen their families by reaching out to their families and teaching their families on how to provide that safe and caring, loving space for the kids, because that's what kids need. And as well as we're providing soup kitchen for the kids, because we know a lot of them, they come from homes that they don't really have enough income. So these are the things that we are doing. We want to build like more bigger center for the kids because they don't really have. We want to have more activities for the kids, and some of them they already started dancing and supporting the dance and singing and their talents. Yes, so these are the things that we started so far, but we don't really have yet the means to make it bigger and make it more visible also for people.
Yeah, that's
But
amazing.
it's step by step.
Exactly. I mean, I think the fact that you've already got places to sleep, the people that are from all over the world experience the most amazing culture shift. I just love the one day Lunathi was posting in his WhatsApp, oh, we just slaughtered a goat and now we're going to eat. And I was just laughing. I said, yes, organic meat.
Yeah.
I just love it, back to the roots, where we love the animals that we eat and do it properly. And Lunathi, I mean, it shows you that it's not about where you started off. It's about, do you take that which you experienced and say, I'm going to make a better world for other people. Yeah, and you've grown so much. I mean, like I said before, we want to take a photo from before and after. So what is your organization called?
It's called Bonani.
Bonani.
Bonani means rise up and see, or open your eyes.
That is good. Wow. Because Bonani, think about it. What I train and we're talking about open our eyes, because it's internal eyes that are blinded to the truth of our abundance, the truth of that there is something uniquely in every single person. And you opening the eyes for these young people to actually understand that it's never about their circumstances. It's about what you believe about yourself. I mean, you are a true picture of that. So how long have you been coming to Germany?
This is my 6th time.
That's amazing. That is already a miracle, and that you just brought into you just believe that you will be here, and you've been traveling, and it's such a beautiful story. And you've been like these contacts and these friendships that built. I mean, did you ever know that you'll be in Germany? I mean, everything to do with you is German, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that's true.
Yeah.
But like I said, like my life is just a miracle. Like I wake up every morning and I'm like, wow, God works miracles. There is God is bigger than any circumstances that you can ever go through. And if we believe and sit in Him, it's everything is possible, because everything. I can tell you again. It sounds like I'm exaggerating all the time. Sounds like I'm exaggerating all the time. Sometimes I'm telling people, I'm like, I don't know how to explain it, because there's no words to explain what God has actually done into my life, and the provision, the ways that He actually deals with everything that I ask Him for, and the things that I need, and how He provides for all of those things. It's just a miracle.
So it's a complete trust, and it's a partnership with God, and He's teaching you more and more how to expand. Like all of us, we just always. I've got my dog here with me, but anyway. So this is amazing. So how would you, if you want to encourage somebody out there, because no matter where one lives, Challenges seem the biggest for every single one. It doesn't matter if they have more than some people, still the challenge is there. So you've had experiences like most of us, but there's still in Africa, it's a tick different. I find it's an area where you just have to you have to find yourself, you have to discover who you are, because there's nobody coming and wiping your butt. So excuse my expression. So what would you say to someone out there that might be in a place that is difficult, or they have a dream that they haven't fulfilled, or because not all of us are going to see Jesus like you did.
Of course.
But it doesn't matter. He speaks within everyone's heart. So what would you like to share with people out there?
I think the biggest thing is just staying in Jesus, always. Staying believing in Jesus is one of the biggest things. I think walking in humility and stop staying in your head the whole time. And actually, it's one of the biggest scripture that I always look up to is we walk by faith, not by sight. And I know sometimes we stay so much in our heads and we try to understand things and trying to visualize things with our head, but sometimes we just need to trust and walk by faith.
Because faith is in things you have not seen yet, but is existing. So it's like a dark room. Everything you ever need to do, whatever you need to do, is there. So the blinders go off when we actually trust it. It's fact. We're going to close off now, but I want you to share, because guys, if I have to give money or support to anybody, and not know their story or really know I'm connected with them, it's for me, it's difficult. It's not always like that. Obviously, we always share and we always give, and it's not always being connected. But with Lunathi, I wanted to do this video, and if you feel it stirs in you to know him, to know the kids, it's not like you won't know them. There's still personal contact with Lunathi. You can contact him anytime. You can, I'll put the details after, in the YouTube video, and go, his website will be there. Go look, and if you're looking for a project to support, and even adopt, one can adopt a child, can you? One of the children where you can support them. Is it a similar thing?
Yes, you can.
So where you can maybe get to know them, maybe go and visit East London. Maybe your desire has always been to go to South Africa. Reach out. There's lots of things we do to better ourselves, our mindsets, but there's still something about giving that is so much more than receiving. Of course, we're in a place where we learn to receive, but giving is, they did a test, and where people were watching people that were receiving things and they were grateful, something in their body shifted tremendously. So reach out. If it's not about the amounts too, it's about doing something. Sometimes in Cape Town it gets very cold, and it means people need help. And so I would just love to just ask you if there's any way, if you were looking for someone to support. Here I can tell you, I trust Lunathi with everything, and I trust that when we support him, it actually goes to the people in need. So I look forward to that big vision, being a reality. So anything you still maybe feel you need to say to people, that maybe to the people in Germany, you're always around, they can always contact and maybe invite you?
Totally. I would like to grab a drink, a coffee. I will definitely make time. I mean, it's my African in me. I'm always available.
Yes, and we love you. And it's been so fun with him here. So I'm thanking you very much. You're a blessing to me and my whole family. My boys love you, and my husband too. So Lunathi, I just thank you so much for doing this interview. And but actually, you can actually tell them, I'm going to write the details anyway, but tell them the website.
Well, they can go to hosa.org, and they will find Bonani in that website. And they can also follow us on bonani.ngobo in
Okay, you have serious? You're gonna have to type Ngobo.
I
How do you
know,
say?
I know, I have to write it down. But
Yes, okay, we write that part
I'll
down.
write that down.
Yeah.
We're also on Instagram, we're also on Facebook. You can also follow us on there and follow our
Yeah.
updates. And yeah, we always put updates in there and what we're doing and what is happening.
And there's also a gifted photographer, yeah. He's very good. He's such an artist. And now the only thing you still have to do for all, because we love it when Lunathi does this, speak in your language. So you can say something like, I wish you all the best. God bless you in every single way with abundance and love and peace and shalom. So you say that whole sentence in your language, please.
Okay, ndiyabulela kakhulu inkosi, uThixo anisikelele uQamatha aninikeze amandla aphindiweyo. Enkosi kakhulu, ndiyabulela.
Oh, that's music to my ears. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, have a good trip still. And thank you guys for watching. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.